Howdy, Frank. How are you doing today? Guess I don't have to test if YouTube chat is working. And Twitch is working. Alright. Good stuff. What do I want to work on? Sorry if it takes me a bit to be talkative. I just woke up pretty recently, so I had dosed myself up with a sleeping pill beforehand, so before going to sleep, that is. Do some Goblin Frontier.
Your crafted item is ready.
See. Oh, right. I was gonna do more map works. Though I could actually quest too. Probably make another fucking Bane. Since this guy doesn't have a goblin one.
Time to vent heat.
I need a new weapon, that's what I need. I feel like I'm doing no damage, and it's probably because I am doing no damage for the sake of Bane. Alright, I'm using my habit weapon. That shouldn't be an issue. It's just that mobs are harder at low levels for some reason. Hey, Syntactic, how are you doing? Good, had a great stream last night. Nice. Yeah, I checked in on you and you were like at 10 plus or something, around like 12-ish, I think. Wasn't able to say hi though. I was doing other stuff. But I did check on you. No problem. I just said hi, but like I feel bad for knowing I have to take off and saying hi anyway and then being like, see ya! I'm 5 followers away from 100. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I didn't even realize that my YouTube was getting a good amount of subs from this. Granted, I thought the sub notifications were Twitch subs, so I was like, oh shit. Are people really spending this much money on, and like, just to sub to me? It doesn't make sense. And that's because it was alerting me for when YouTube subs were going off. I was like, oh, that makes a whole lot more sense. Still cool, though. I was gonna try to give away something, but I have nothing. Dem feels, man. Dem feels. Like I said, though, the giveaways, I don't know. I don't know if they really help. If you notice, like, Origin PC does the giveaways all the time with Gleam, but they make you sign up for all their shit, and then they make you wait like a month or two before doing the actual giveaway. And then make you watch a stream. Well, they don't make you watch the stream. The stream is just optional. I was going to try to get an alpha key for my viewers because most don't have them. Yeah. I might have done that for some of my cooler viewers. Actually, only 2 of them were viewers. But again, that's probably mod privilege right there. For sure, I hate that. Yeah, but they know how to actually somewhat keep the followers, because they consistently do the giveaways, so even if you unsub and undo all that stuff, it's like, they know you're coming back the next giveaway, so it's like, I wonder if the cyclone mode thing ever got fixed. If you go to one, you'll likely be there again. Yeah. Fort, are you gonna load in? Oh. You obviously see my stuff there. Never used to have pop-in issues, but now that I'm actually using the assets. Uh-oh, I just trapped myself. Son of a bitch. I'd just rather
You can't cast that here.
relog than move stuff. Badger got Hobbs to do a stream with him, which I thought was exciting. Next stream is on his channel. Did he actually do it? I wasn't sure if that actually went through or not. See, I think it's official, the 26th. Oh, nice. See, I think that type of thing would be cool. But I'd more so be interested in it just to chat with Hobbs. Like, I personally, I don't, like, first off, I don't really think it's going to work for growing the channel. Like, I feel like they need to do a different approach for that to actually get more viewers inflowing. See, that's my take. Yeah, like, it'd be cool as shit to sit there with Hobbs and talk to him. I'm trying to do more of an interview style. That might work. I would highly recommend actually recording it and turning it into a YouTube video. That's probably what I would do. Because that would actually be worth editing instead of me just sticking around. And, like, I don't know. Because going through that much footage would be a lot of work. If, depending on how much, like, for my footage at least, because I fucking play 8 hours or something every so often, and that's a lot of footage to cut down. I tried to do both at the same time. Yeah, I stream on both, but I'd want to do an actual YouTube video on that, because that would actually be worth it. See, I feel like it would be more useful if they did it on the Play Torchlight channel, and maybe, I don't know how you would host, or like how you would connect the two, or maybe you could just be in voice chat and like be like, hey, this is his stream, I'm gonna end this here and then host him or whatever, and I'm gonna be on his stream for the next hour or so. They're trying to prep some good questions. I agree, though. See, the problem for me is I already know all the answers. Like, or the questions I would ask would be ones that he can't answer, at least in public. So it's problematic for me. What quest am I even doing? Kill Hybrid Guardian Tree. Ooh, ow. Oh, I'm in my fucking goblin gear. Whoops. Am I really doing this well in goblin gear? I'm in level 15 gear. In a level 50 Hybrid zone. And I'm killing mobs? Oh. I have the weapons. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, I was confused.
What up?
Yo, yo. Gotta try to get some answers from my audience that I can't answer. Yeah. I know too much, damn it. I started the daily and realized that I was in goblin gear. But I was actually killing the mobs, so I was really confused.
Yeah.
But I realized that I had my level 50 Hybrid weapons on for goblin, so that's why I'm able to actually kill stuff here.
Yeah. I mean, weapons none that, but it's really just armor, which into
Yeah.
distances are basically used unless it's physical.
Damn moderator. I mean, I knew this stuff, like most of the stuff before becoming a moderator. I just no life it too hard. Which is probably what led me to become a moderator, but yeah.
Holy shit, apparently when Diablo 2 was in development, apparently monsters were dropping part of them, like hearts and shit. Wow, okay.
Really? That's neat.
I'm gonna send you the tweet. Just it's basically External and the Rebecca who basically retweeted or talked about it. Apparently, and you look at the screenshot, there's monsters were actually dropping body parts. Apparently,
I mean, it makes sense. Players dropped ears.
for real, I didn't even know it's been so long since I didn't play Diablo 2, and let's say that I played Fate more, but yeah. This is when someone who were still dropping body part notice their jawbone, heart, and eye. They were removed during development and they're great internal debate. Okay. Yeah. There's even there's an eye, there's everything. Okay, that's really interesting. There's an eye, there's okay. I guess these could have just been, selling stuff, I guess, or crafting maybe if there was, but I doubt there was. What will be really interesting to the end though is to see some kind of more maybe see the Diablo 3 demo, but not demo, but the alpha, whatever the first game they made for Diablo 3, and see how it could have been, like kind of.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think it was in good enough shape to even. I don't
mhm.
know. Uh, those rings look cool, and the neck. Those look actually really cool artwork. I see the eye there. That was used for a quest. So some of this did
Okay.
stay in. It's just not all of it, and
Yeah, probably, but I guess this is
I
what he's
want.
saying is.
I
Mhm.
wonder what those are for, though. That's weird.
Yeah, that's definitely weird. I mean, I would if by today's standard, it was by today's standard. I guess it would have been for selling value, just like in one where you have chunk to sell. But I doubt it would be it. I mean, not especially not at that time, I guess, but definitely weird. Maybe they were maybe they were for a quest too. I don't know, because Breivik would have actually precise if it was for a quest. But damn, okay.
Stop knowing everything. Badger also got the art assets QQ. I want them to work on the stream. I'll ask Hobbs if I can share the ones I pre-did. Because I have the art assets and I turned them into something. As opposed to just having the assets and not really knowing what to do with them, you know?
Time to vent.
That's cool. He asked Hobbs for me as well. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if he got the ones I made or if he got just the assets themselves. Oh, motherfucker.
Dang it.
But I don't know if I'm actually have Hobbs inbox to ask him myself. Yeah, I'll talk to him about it. Just FYI, I'm streaming, just so you don't.
Yeah, I know, I know. I
Alright.
think I
I,
wanted to check to be sure.
yeah. No, not that it matters. I don't really give a shit what you say on stream, so.
I mean, you
I
might
just
not give
wanted
a
to give
shit,
you a
but
head.
I really, Twitch is really trigger heavy, especially with,
That
sorry to
assume.
say that, but nobodies and a little bit. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they are pretty
Yeah.
rough. So they're trigger happy. So
I don't
I
really
try
care.
to like to just be careful what I'm saying a little bit, not too much, of course, but
Yeah, it was more just a heads up for you personally, because some people don't feel comfortable talking on Twitch or whatever.
I always felt comfortable. I
Yeah,
can understand why, because especially when there's a lot, at least what 30 viewers, whatever. I can understand because they are friendly people. It's like being in front of people, technically
yeah,
without really being physically there, but they
yeah,
hear you, so I can understand.
yeah.
Traveler, beware. So many lives lost.
How did I forget to? Oh, I forgot to spam Discord. That's why. Oh, I forgot to spam Discord. That's why. Oh, hearing myself echo. It's like normally I have more viewers than this early on in the day, at least.
I mean, we went Wednesday, so I guess a lot of them are at work or something. I don't
Maybe,
know.
yeah. I never stream on the same fucking day, so
Oh yeah, sure. Your schedule is kind of when you want, so yeah, that might play
yeah,
a role into this.
yeah. That's when I feel.
I wouldn't surprise.
Yeah, I could see that. Let me check my own. Well, no, I just
Yeah,
checked
yeah,
my
you're
own
about
stream.
you. For real, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm downlinking something. Wait a second.
Yeah, I think it's on your side.
Can be possible. Wait a second. No, sorry, I just had to refresh.
Yeah, syntactic. The assets aren't as unique as you might think. I mean, they're UI elements, so if you wanted, you could technically uh, basically chop all these elements and use them as you wish. Some of them aren't in the game, but most of them are. Like the ones I used, I cut out the or I didn't cut them out. I stitched together the heat generator, the dusk mage shit, and yeah, just threw together some of the art and stuff. I don't like that you have to do all the mandatory quests again for the Goblin Frontier. Even though I did the quests for the Hive quests are bind on account, but for some reason the Goblin quests aren't. The Lost Excavation. I see, that's cool nonetheless in my mind. Yes and no. What what's handed to you is less useful than you might think. And like that's why I was making stuff for it to basically make it more feasible for streamers without having to actually put a bunch of work into it. Because I don't just assume everyone can Photoshop like me. Granted, it doesn't really take Photoshopping necessarily. It kind of does. They didn't provide a frame. I don't know how some of these maps are so big but feel so small.
I mean, it has to do with really the fact that they are kind of corridors, kind of when you think about it, because there is not bay holes, but there is they are ARPG maps. That's the main thing. I
Yeah,
mean, these feel like dungeons more than anything else. So I guess they could maybe at one point make them more open, but yeah,
I
or make them
appreciate
bigger
that. I
since
took a
they plan to
Photoshop
add
course in
mounts. Because
school.
it's cool to have mounts, but if it's
That still
basically the
sucks.
zones are too small for it, it
I've
just
been
looks too
using
much.
Photoshop for like 15 years or something like that. Yeah, I think it might be better just to expand the amount of art tiles inside, at least for the public zones, to make them more stretched out and wide.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. Lost excavation. Okay, so that's gonna be the upper excavation. And then Shadows Rise. I don't know why they aren't marked on the map. They should be, but they aren't. Are you investigating? Not really. I'm actually re-going through some of the quests.
I mean, if they really want to go the MMO route, kind of like well, I think they could maybe add quest to the zones, maybe to add some kind of story to it, or to an entire frontier. Because all we have right now, is our tasks to actually, just go through the zone. But it's not much background. There's not like a story written or anything. I would
Yeah.
love that to happen for this game. Like you have main quest for a zone, and it's detailing about the zone, the lore, and what's happening, what happened, why the goblins are there. Maybe not why the goblins are there, but this kind of thing. It could be nice,
Yeah.
and how they could do, for example, world quests. They could have some kind of quest, dynamic event on the map that can follow them at once at a time. And what happened is it pings every player on the zone, and players need to get to the event zone to do a boss or whatever. That could be nice if they really want to enhance the memo field.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like I'd be fine with their mandatory quests if the mandatory quests were actually story quests. Like
Yeah.
having these ones mandatory seems weird because they don't tell any story or anything.
I mean, they have cinematics for the wide load and
Yeah.
punk, I think. So I guess they will have some. There will be some kind of actual stories to the zone. Just right now, they're just only made something functional for now. To go
To
through
be honest, I wouldn't even know if they had a story because I skip all the damn the text. So.
I mean, personally, really, this is basically just hey, these goblins are causing problem. Go, don't fuck them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
This is basically all they say. I mean, the quests don't have any briefing, or they don't have, like in a while where there's some kind of wall of text to explain the context, and none of this. The only text you get is when you talk to the NPC who's take the quest, but you can't really see what he says or whatever. So I guess this is something they could do, because even Torchlight 2 had those kind of quests with the text and the context on why you're doing this quest and what they're gonna ask or whatever. So I guess they could do the same thing.
Yeah. It's kind of sad I was able to do a level 50 Hyvid map with a level 8, 17, 18 goblin gear. Like,
I mean, I think they just need to tweak it to really make the gear feels like not you're being downgraded, but this is not adapted. Like weapons, I can understand why it could go because it's just a damage type. But gear in general, I mean, especially with the gear this low, I think you should take a lot of damage. It's pretty ultra vulnerable.
oh, it's just I wasn't taking any damage because I was killing them all. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
think they just need to disable the other Frontiers gear because it's always going to end up feeling like you can always get stuff out of it, and then if you try to cross those sets, it's going to end up like some people are going to end up like selling the wrong piece of gear or something and being very sad.
Yeah, I know. Just if they do this, they really need to incorporate the fact that you need to complete the whole frontier before going to the next. Because if they're going to make the whole goblin gear completely useless once they change frontier, they really need to
Yeah.
kind of force people to complete the frontier before going to the next. Just
Yeah.
once, no need to complete every frontier. I 100% before going to the next. Just at least want to make sure they understand
Yeah.
that this is a reset point, and how frontier should be tackled is you go into one, you do it fully,
Yep.
and then you go. Then you go to the next, basically like a campaign. But the main problem is though, the dailies and weeklies don't really care about this. Like yesterday, I was on my Dust Mage which started in the Hybrid Frontier, and but the daily and part of the weekly were all goblin.
Yeah, that I feel like that's gonna be an issue. They need to keep
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
specified to whatever frontier you're in or whatever.
I mean, what they could do is basically when you go into every frontier, the goblin church will hide this or this. They make two
Yeah,
objectives for the
yeah,
two frontiers that can be completed on both. You know,
and
just
maybe an undead option too, cause
yeah,
fucking night
with
cycles.
night. Yeah, yeah, night cycle. So, for example, if it goes through the night, you need to change for undead. You know, they need to make it dynamic because if really they don't. Well, you know, people will be maybe if they roll 30 in a frontier, in the Goblin Frontier, and when they once they actually go into the island because the weekly ask them to, well, they were frustrated because they're probably not even level 3 yet. So, and they'll have to kind of start over. So, yeah.
I'm not sure people actually care about quest text, or at least very few does. I
No,
think
I know, just immersion.
yeah, yeah, I'm reading the comments. I think they need a buyback soon. Buyback for what? I don't know how many times I've accidentally sold something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Buyback is actually really important. You really need to have that one once they're public discount because damn, they really need it. Sometimes you can sell things without noticing or just out because you're just going through everything. You sell something accidentally. So yeah.
Well, I use my pet as a buffer and then sell the shit what's on me. My pet. Yeah, that's what I do too, Poppy. I do too, but if I'm in town, I might as well, you know.
I mean, I transfer everything to my pets. So everything I want is when I go to town, basically press the button because there is a button.
Yeah. I'm not sure sell things without noticing are people high when selling stuff. Apparently. I don't know. I could see accidentally selling stuff if you're like clicking through, and I don't know. That's kind of understandable. Or I am so mentally broken that I never sell things accidentally. Only takes one time for it to feel bad, though. So they have a point. I personally don't care about a buyback. Yeah, if you want it, sure, fine by me. Yeah, I rarely have an issue with selling gear. Like, and if it is, it's like it's not actually that big of a deal. But
I mean, personally, the reason why they would actually add it because there's so many people that want this. Dump-proof system, awesome language needed.
I mean,
But
imagine the NPC buying it and running away, shouting "fuck you!"
that would actually be funny. It's just, I think if they add it, just to because people would call them out on it. Hey, why there's no buyback? A lot of people consider this as a basic requirement, and it will get shit if they don't. So if these folks
Yeah.
have the necessity,
I
either
mean,
we don't mind. But
Diablo 2 never had a buyback.
yeah, I mean, remember the main thing with Diablo 2 though is it's an old school game back in the early 2000s. So and the mentality wasn't the same. Today, people expect things be in a game, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it's a change of mentality that really changed. Way back then, it was all game were punishing, and people loved that shit. And now people hate that. At least
yeah.
people, most people are hate being punished. That's why so many games seem so trivial.
I mean, that was kind of. It was harder to sell stuff in Diablo 2 as well. Like, you had to
Yeah.
pick it up and then throw it. I think that if you held down a button, you could quick sell stuff, but.
I mean, probably at the beginning there weren't any really quick, so but they probably added it later on, just like they did with Respect.
Yeah. That wasn't, like, it would have been added by the original devs. The respec option was after the devs all stopped.
Oh, okay, yeah, true enough, yeah, true. But at the same time, the mentality completely changed, so, yeah. They went from people that really respected their hardcore community way back then to basically people that have no damn idea what the community wants and are so close in their own ideas that they simply don't want to hear what people have to say. And
I don't recall ever selling an item on accident in Diablo. People are fucking spoiled. It's the same. Oh my god,
I
horizontal
mean,
battle passes are a must. No, it's not.
personally, I never really when I sold an item and they didn't have a buyback option, I didn't mind it. Was yeah, my mistake. I should have looked.
Oh,
So
there
I'll
actually
take it.
was a buyback in Diablo. I was as long as the vendor had inventory for it, you could buy it back. It's
Oh
just
yeah, it
they
needed to be an
charged you a
inventory. Yeah.
fuckload more. They were like, "Hey,
I mean,
you
what?
can
Yeah,
have it
it's a
back," but
punishing,
yeah,
but it would have cost you full price. You know, you can buy back, but you pay
yeah.
full price.
Yeah. I'm I'm interested as why are people so much about this shit that are almost useless when we don't even have proper party system. That is a fair point. Like, and that's probably what the dev mentality is too. Like, we have bigger fucking shit to do. Chill out.
Yeah, yeah.
If you sell your own stuff, you just shot yourself in the foot. You're gonna have to deal with it for a bit.
Of course, this is just this is trivial shit that this is not the priority because this is nothing really important right now. What's important is them finishing the game. That's the name. Making content for the game and make sure that it's ready for launch in this year. That's
Yeah.
what they want to do. They don't care if about the buyback option is actually just an extra that they could if they can add it when it's launched. But other than this, I mean, there's priorities. Some devs have other priorities, but right now the best thing they can do is make new content, listen to our feedback, and make sure it's ready when the deadline hits.
Yeah.
Time to vent heat.
Previously, you said buyback is a must with a heavy emphasis, and now you're like, oh, just make just make it finished. I think people are high. I mean, it's just a matter of like, he didn't say when it was a must. To be fair, he said it was a must in the end, but yeah.
I mean, most people don't even know what they want generally. I've seen so many, because how the community works generally, there's two group of people at least, one that wants something and the other one that doesn't want something. And when the developer cater to, maybe probably the bigger group, the other group start almost whining, saying, well, why did you do this? Why did you do that?
I don't.
It's kind of,
I don't think people know what they want. I think they know when something feels bad, though, and then
yeah,
they try to give a suggestion that tries to solve that, but isn't necessarily the best solution. So a lot of the times the devs have to work in reverse as to figure out what the problem was that they're trying to solve, and then integrate a better solution. Which is why I started adding in, like, what problem is this feedback directed at solving first?
Yeah, exactly. And I think this has to do with a lot of people being so used to what their RPG works nowadays that they expect the same thing to be repeated over and over. But while it's fair, some systems like skill trees is something I think they should really add because there's not really much more system that they can do to imitate something as good as great as this. But sometimes there is feedback that basically there's people that basically ask Torchlight Frontier to be like Torchlight 2, just better, which is this is not the case. This is not what
Yeah.
they want to do, which is perfectly fair because the RPG genre is a stagnating genre when it comes to innovation. When you think about it, because Ali, everyone like it's the cool thing in the RPGs in general today to stick to the tradition
Yeah.
because of Diablo 3. I think Diablo 3 played a big role in that because so many people were disappointed. Now everyone wanted to go back to Diablo 2 formula, and
Well, it's that I mean, they themselves didn't know what the Diablo 2 formula was. They just tried to copy what it was, but they didn't actually know what it was.
No, no, not even close. That's
Yeah,
the main thing. But
it won't solve 99% of the time the suggestions, and 99% of the time is making any game into Diablo 3 or WoW. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is.
eh,
How did I not
I think
complete the Lost Excavation? I
I
need.
think that just this is just when every time I mean this should happen every time when there's a game that's trying something new. A lot of people are like, don't change that. This is how I'm a genre, etc. I just don't um people don't like change, and I think when they see Torchlight Frontier, see how different it's trying to be, they're like, no, no, we don't want that. We want the Torchlight 3. Well, which is understandable for some system because clearly the system with the crafting table is less than ideal in my honest opinion. I mean, it's nice. It just doesn't feel as fluid as a skill tree or anything remotely similar, because eventually you will have you even when you're starting a new character, you will still you will have access to all the skills. Just you don't have to upgrade anymore.
That's annoying. I just fucking. I have to get all the way back through the map because it didn't trigger the go into the such and such zone, but I killed the boss in that zone and that completed. For turning it into WoW. I don't think that's necessarily a terrible idea. Like grabbing ideas from WoW is kind of where they were going with this. I think was pretty much mixing the genres. So the people that actually suggested a WoW system might not be far off on that one. Yum, ice cream at 9:30 a.m. 6:30
I mean,
a.m.
at
here.
9 p.m., you think you're weird, man. Sometimes I had lasagna that was left, had leftovers, and I hate that for breakfast. No fucking joke, I eat anything for breakfast. So you're not really, really weird. I'm the fucking weird one when it comes to when I eat.
Yeah, I'll eat eggs and cereal at night.
I mean, it's good
Yeah.
shit. Just depends.
Torchlight Frontiers is currently the beginning of every game. It houses systems that you can find in most genres: crafting, loot, battle, boss mechanics. It just does not excel at anything at the moment. If something gets fixed, then the rest will feel bad. I don't know if I agree with that. I do think the combat needs to be tweaked. Like I don't think um
I mean, it is an accelerator thing. I mean, it's kind of normal, especially considering in alpha. I mean, generally, games in alpha does not succeed at jack shit. Generally, all the mechanics are subpar compared to what other finished games are. I see where you're coming from, and it's perfectly fine. I just think right now in alpha, it's just kind of normal that there is no strength compared to what most finished game does have. For example, Last Epoch, sure, it is a nice game, but there is no really strength into that aspect. Most of the system are simply not finished. It's fun, but right now the system are not actually uh, finished enough to actually be competing with other things.
I don't
But mhm.
I don't know if having one area polished would hurt the rest of the areas. So I think people would just like be like, "Oh, this area feels really good in the game" or whatever. But you cannot really see what is trying to excel at when it comes out. The Frontier System 1, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely a big change that's going to be crucial to get right because that is the biggest change in the game, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Though we haven't seen their end game, and I get the feeling the end game is going to lean towards the MMO aspect.
I hope so because I mean, it was sensitive. Just I mean, if the functioning levels are really good by the time they launch, it could really be a big selling point when they strength where they excel. And if the skill trees are even remotely similar, point in, I'm not sure where it is. I mean, in alpha generally, you're really tweaking core system like crazy. Like it's where you build the game. Sure, you have an idea, but this is where everything changes, especially when you deal with the community. That's why we're important. We're important that development cycle because we're the one that tell that they have this is what we want, this is what we don't want, and right now it's kind of the case. I feel they need to actually have systems that are their own and actually their strengths, where they excel, but right now, since it is alpha, they're not at a drawing board, but not really far off. You know, they're still changing core mechanics. When beta is, this is really where the game really won't really change that much. It will most core mechanic was still the same, but yeah, that's that's why too. I think they shouldn't really say they will release in 2019 because it can't take more than this, especially if they need to rethink a lot of the system, which can perfectly happen. Yeah.
My point is that I am not sure where it is going. Every aspect of the game is criticized by many. To be fair, though, the most of the people that are criticizing it are the ones without fucking keys. So I don't think that's necessarily a fair interpretation. Needs more yapper. like I'd be more worried if it were the feedback from the people who actually
Yeah.
played it. But a lot of them just don't have keys, and it's a free to play game. So
Mhm.
where they're going to be like they're going to actually likely still try it even if they bashed it before release is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
And if
Yeah.
they go into it and still have a good and then have end up having a good time, they'll be like, oh, that's wrong, you know.
I mean, most of their criticism, sure, it good feedback because these are first impression, and the devs needs that. But most of their points are mostly baseless or based on videos. They didn't play the game. They don't really know how the mechanics really work. So their criticism are kind of based without being truly baseless. This is just these are mostly impressions more than anything else.
Yeah, some of them are like some have valid points, but
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them it just feels like they jump on the hate train and don't try to explain where they're coming from. Really, they're just I don't
No,
know.
they just say, "Nah, shit." You know, like there is a comment that I keep no, maybe they keep saying these guys don't know what made the Torchlight game great. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
can
sure they
just because
do.
it changes and they do this. These guys are the same that did the first and the second.
I wouldn't really like the lead or like the head of the company is, but I wouldn't say it's the exact same people. There are some,
Mhm.
but I think they say they don't know what made Torchlight great, but these are the people who made the genre great for like
Yeah,
Diablo
exactly,
2 and
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
so they all they. I don't know. I think that's a pretty silly statement to make when it comes to. Oh, they don't know what like.
I mean, it's easy. I mean, these are internet people sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's so easy to jump on a hate train and giving impression without any basis. It's so damn easy, and a lot of people does this just because they can, and they jump to conclusion very quickly, and this is why I think there is so much negative reception. But we, us testers, most of us that tested the game and playing it, are liking it right now. Are liking a lot of systems because we actually played it.
Yeah.
Um,
If
and
you.
whether even if there is a good part that is very loud, sometimes I sorted the user comments or whatever by newest one, and there's a lot of people that I see that want to key and will really find this systems interesting. I just think those who are loud are mostly not gonna say elitist because they are probably not, but those are the same. They're the same people that probably want the genre to be like Diablo 2 used to be, or don't want really the genre to change that much. That's why. So yeah.
If you think of any game, you can simply give one or two words about what it is about. This one really just general. People would say ARPG. I mean, you can say overly broad terms about any game, but that doesn't mean it captures the full picture of the game either. Like, you could say WoW is an MMO, and that's technically true, but, I mean, it had a lot of groundbreaking things at the time, but nowadays you could classify it as, oh, yeah, it's just an MMO.
And I don't need to precise that, WoW took a lot of shit from EverQuest. They didn't even evolve that much. It just casualized a little bit of it. Quite a bit of it.
Yeah, they took some things from other games. Like, they took it and then implemented it in their own way, and then changed, like, they pretty much had a vision and how they would want the systems to be implemented, and they did it that way instead of directly. Like, EverQuest had taken some stuff from WoW too, so it's not just the one-sided thing.
No.
That's actually why they kept like they did a demo on, or like they were showing off the game beforehand, and they actually used a super outdated UI just because the EverQuest people stole the idea of flight paths from them last time. Yeah. So they didn't want them, and I think they copied other stuff from them too. So it's like one of those things. I don't think it counts as directly copy pasting. I think it's more of drawing inspiration for good ideas and applying it to your own game. I don't want to say it's just, there's no thought going into it, because they obviously think about it and then tweak it and how they think it would work best in their own game.
True, but you can pick a couple of good features that the friend doesn't have any yet. I wouldn't say that Torchlight doesn't have any good yet. There is the Torchlight Frontier level, but I get what you're saying. This is basic because they're not finished. They're not, fully potential. So I get what you're saying.
That and that's not like the Frontier system is very different from anything in the genre right now. So that's not entirely true. And then there's also the end game that hasn't been in place yet. So it's just a matter of how that'll come about and what they end up adding for that. We're relatively blind as far as the core features of the game cycle, like,
because it seems really we have only a sample of what it will be like, and they probably have it that we don't. So like the end game, we'll see how the end game is, but right now it's mostly a skeleton we have. There's not busy there. It looked like a lot of things in the genre, a lot of mechanics are similar to what we have in the genre, but there's no really difference when it comes to this one yet.
Yeah, the Frontier system is one thing. I'm waiting for the end game very much. Yeah, I do hope the selling point is in the end game and up to the coming features. Yeah, if you think about it, we have MFing right now, so that's one game cycle, and we have the contract system, which is 2 game cycles. Diablo had about 4 or 5 game cycles to it, and nowadays I think that would be considered on the low side. So I guess this has 3 game cycles because the Frontier system, But yeah, we're still. I still feel like we're missing we're missing a good chunk of them. So it's hard to say, really.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to what they come up with. They kind of made a new thing with different tiers. So hopefully they come up with some extra new stuff. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. If they could come up with something like the Frontier level, wouldn't surprise me if they even have some system in the back of mind. These guys know how to do it.
I mean, they had new stuff, but that new stuff didn't end up feeling good or working out. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, true.
the idea of not having character levels and not having levels in general, like that was a new idea. It just didn't work out,
True.
so they had to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back on it. So I mean, I would rather see their game feel good than necessarily having like some groundbreaking or some new idea, but
That doesn't
having it
work. Yeah.
implemented poorly or not having it feel good. You know, like
Yeah.
I'd just rather see a base system that works well if their current system is new but not working out well. You know.
And yeah, that's the main thing. You see.
Yeah, we will see after the fishing update.
I mean, be honest here. Let's be honest. There's two main selling points, and there's the frontier level and the fact this is a Torchlight game with deaths. These are two main selling points, I think. They just need to expand upon it, especially if the pets end up having some kind of not skill tree, but
Well,
upgrade path you can have.
they're gonna have a skill tree too, so
Yeah, yeah. This is really
BRB.
something
All right.
they could have as a selling point. But I mean, they tried new things, but it doesn't mean it would have worked. That's and the fact that they actually were willing to change that, just
Yeah,
go on back
going
on
into a game without fucking levels in it, that's a pretty ballsy move.
I mean, for ARPG, yeah, it
Yeah.
is because I mean, in other games it might work. For example, Terraria. This is a really great game that doesn't have any character. It's an RPG without any level. The equipment makes your character, but this is some kind of sandbox game in its own thing, so it goes well. But an ARPG without a level, I mean, it's kind of it
It
just
it wasn't actually a terrible implementation. It's that they wanted to keep the restrictions of levels too. Like if you don't want levels, or like if you're getting rid of levels but still wanting the benefits of what levels bring, you might as well just have levels, because if you
yeah,
try to
exactly.
implement those restrictions artificially, it's gonna feel bad on the player, and
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
ended up happening. Because
I
they,
mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That's the main thing. They can't have
yeah,
both. They need sometimes. Sure, why overcomplicating a system when you can just have the most simple one? While I think frontier level are really great and could be one of the best selling points of the game, they
yeah,
just really need to find a way to make it really feel good. It feels good to me right now, but they need to refine it and really make
yeah,
it
yeah.
as a really feature that feels good right now.
I think I think the fact that they did switch to frontier levels is going
Yeah.
to actually help them with the skill system too, because I think the
Hmm.
skill system was done and with
Yeah.
the idea
Without
that there was
level.
no levels. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. That's
welcome
why they
back.
was, and that's why they're revamping it right now because to adapt to these levels, since this is most likely definitive system that they want to have.
Yeah, I take it you didn't sleep normal again. I took a sleeping pill and slept for about like 4 hours or something. I actually have to wake up today for a meeting, so.
Oh, okay.
But I did sleep some, so.
But they have something with the frontier level. Really, they can do something a more traditional leveling system, but through zone. They could be just, for example, traditional leveling system with new skills specific to frontiers. But just the fact that it is resetting on each frontier and make it like a campaign is a big selling point. The game could have just that and Torchlight stuff, and it would actually be extremely good. People will play it.
They just need to be careful with how they do it though, because
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
people, you can't let people see that you're like, with WoW, it's become so obvious that they're doing stuff to try to extend the game time of people,
Yeah, of course,
and
of course.
that you don't want people to see that notion. You want it to come off as, hey, look at this, and this is cool. Not,
Yeah, yeah.
hey, we're doing this to make you grind more. And
I mean, they could actually make each frontier have some kind of specific mechanic, different mechanics. For example, I don't know, but like David Frontier, for example, most of the damage is poison, but this is a small mechanic. But they could expand the mechanics to be even more, even bigger. Like really make every frontier feel their own thing.
yeah,
With not modifiers, but
they could even use modifiers. I mean, they could just do different. I don't know what type of things they could do for each frontier, but I mean, there was certain areas you'd run into in Diablo 2 where you would be like, so Act 4 had the fucking Iron Maiden cunts, so you'd get destroyed as a melee, but in Act 5 you might be able to trash the Burning Souls that would instantly kill someone with bad resistance. So
Yeah.
like each act had its own kind of punishments and modifiers in that regard. It's a mechanic, not a bug. Yeah, it
It's
already.
already is. I crashes a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, probably because I'm not really a level in this, so. But I think the only really place where it crash is in Gobtown or whatever, with the infinite spawn glitch.
Yeah. We crashed quite a bit, but half of that was Bane too, so it's not quite fair to blame it all on the Hyvid, but that was also its large part too.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, okay.
It seems like my joke
You
went
leave me
past you like
whoosh.
whoosh, whoosh.
And before he takes this claim, posts in r/whoosh. Whoops.
uh, about 7 a.m. Oh, I was about to run past the waypoint. That would have been bad.
But this is the main reason why I wouldn't mind if they delay it, because they changed their philosophy so much ever since they started the alpha that they need to revamp a lot of systems that they probably didn't expect to revamp. Because they thought it was a good idea, but the community said no, this is not. So it wouldn't surprise me if towards the end of 2019 they say, hey, we're gonna extend the alpha testing for longer because we need to redo a lot of systems since we changed mentality and how the progression works
You gotta
midway.
be one
So we need to really revamp a lot of things. Um,
I don't
but
know. I don't like. I don't know.
I'm just used to developers doing this generally because alpha is generally where fate mechanics or whatever are changed the most.
Fox, you want to play on Forts while not streaming? Are you talking about the software you're creating? I definitely want a piece of that. It's a sabotage. Yeah, we'll send the beta to you then. Sweet. That looks like a solid design planner right there. And having unlimited resources.
True. Papi was he was doing the software to plan for it. Yeah, true. He talked about this. I didn't know he was actually doing it since nobody really responded to me except me and another person, I think. But could be interesting actually, especially for creative people if they can come out and there's other people, creative people would go ham on this, just like that builder.
Does that even give me good? So you don't even get it's a sabotage until after. Oh, that's why it's such a pain in the ass. It's the quest order that's fucking it up. Because you have to do other things before you even do it's a sabotage.
But generally, with the fact that they went into alpha testing, I think this is the main reason why they asked our help, because they were like, "Yeah, we have system in mind, but we don't even know if people this is really what people wanna have with their games. So we better have the community from the start and be sure that our games actually fit the criteria of what the community wants." And that's really something I can respect, because if they would have went just full on make the game first and then release it, I don't think it would have really been critical acclaim that much. I mean, it wouldn't be as much critical acclaim than if it was really developed with the community, personally. So
Yeah, having the community back it definitely
yeah,
and give input is definitely a big thing, and I
yeah,
feel like maybe they wouldn't have been they probably wouldn't have made as extreme like risks if they didn't know that like if they didn't have the community testing it. I don't know if they would have
yeah,
made some of those decisions because they might have just
yeah.
yeah. I really feel like phase beast portals need to take you somewhere interesting. Taking you to a
Time
map
to
that you've
vent.
already like done before seems very lackluster, honestly. And having +1 item level doesn't really seem good either, because that's just gonna make it where I can't use the fucking items I get. Though I think they're planning on a fix for that type of thing, but
One thing I wanted to do, if really they can't really mean they don't want to, I wonder if they will go back to the drawing board, because I've seen some developers doing this with their games when people were telling them that the whole game wasn't a good concept. But I doubt it will happen because sort of still have a good concept in my opinion.
I don't think they'll need to go completely back to the drawing board. I think
I
they
hope.
just need to tweak some things
Yeah.
like the game's not bad. Like it just needs a few tweaks and that's it. Like in my opinion, and add on to it and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I think the mob scaling up would be so much better than scaling down to them, because then you could actually still reward experience for people killing them too. So right now you don't get any experience from
Time
killing
to vent
mobs, I
heat.
don't think, when you're scaled down. I wish it would highlight the quest you're supposed to do first too. Like,
Yeah, yeah, that too.
I should probably unmute the server so I actually get notifications. Wonder if you can change the Discord sound.
Don't know, never tried it.
Let's see here, notifications. So I imagine it's probably annoying as shit for people to get the same ping and then look at Discord and then be like, oh wait, that's from this asshole streamer. But I don't know if I can actually change the sound on it. I'd like a less intrusive sound, just a little tick, some little just ping noise that doesn't sound like you're squishing a frog or something. I wonder if I could dive into the sound files and change which. Probably not. I bet Poppy could do something like that, but I'm not good enough to do that. If anyone watching has any questions about the game, feel free to ask. I'm always glad to help out. Backstab. Has issues. You will only be able to have one saved for it for now. We'll fix it later. That's fine. I wasn't really planning on having multiple designs. You step first. Another Faith Beast portal. I don't really care about that though.
Time to vent.
Just sticking around, right, Fox? Fox, for fuckery. Indeed. Yeah, some of those parts are so fucking expensive, it'd be nice to be able to map it out before you buy them. Which wouldn't be a bad idea for them to create, like a map planner thing. Ooh. I do believe my game just died. Rip. I didn't grab the waypoint over there either. Fuck. on the bright side, streaming has given me a reason to come in and like chill in Discord. Like I've meant to do that for such a long time, and I just always forgot. And now I actually remember because it's like, I'll pop in Discord and whatnot. It's good. I should pop in more. Yeah, I mean, it's a great way, especially if you don't have viewers at the time. If someone pops in, it makes it more interesting. And I'm pretty used to not having viewers. I'm peeking at the other language channels. Reveal your secrets to me. Alright, I'm just offline for Google Translate time. Google Translate wasn't working well enough. One of the other language speaking mods sent me the suggestion to use deepl.com, which seems to work a lot better. Alright, they didn't have any secrets there at that time. Though one of the times I used Google Translate and it's like, sorry for if it sucks, it's Google Translate's fault. And then they're like, oh, everything you said was perfect except for the last part. Which, damn it, Google's not letting me throw it under the bus. People saw through your disguise, indeed. I mean, dressed up as a fox, who would ever be able to tell that, you know?
Oh, not you started a quest.
Oh, that worked out well. I was able to turn into Kenrick, or Kennick. But
You have completed a quest.
oh, there it goes. Do I have it? It's a sabotage now? Yes, I do. Sweet. Wait, why do I have to go to talk to Yapper? Fuck Yapper.
No, wait a sec.
That perhaps humans they Lapper tells someone have a snack for Lapper? Lapper talks!
Yeah, there was literally no reason to go to town for that. Like, that feels like they're just trying to force you to into town.
Okay.
queen. Googly. Hmm. It's the first time this little quest map thing has come in handy for me. Thanks, Poppy. I'll play around with that later. See, I feel like this quest would have worked better if Yapper actually identified the location of those missing siege weapons, so that there was more of a point to go see them. But if you didn't go see them, you could just like wander around and find them yourself if you really wanted to. You think Yapper is that useful? I mean, he does make some good fried chicken. Or fried Yapper. This is actually giving me credit. Man, the more I think about Classic WoW, the more I want to fucking play it.
Let's hope they don't fuck. I mean, they won't fuck it up at first. I just hope they won't touch it too much.
Yeah.
They really can't afford to do that.
It sounds like they're trying to keep it pretty. Like they're trying to do their best in that regard to keep it normalized.
To be honest, their best is not really. It doesn't seem enough if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, it's a different team working on that too. So.
Let's hope, because a different team. I wonder what kind of team it is again. I thought it was the WoW team that was working on this.
No, well, it's a different. Like they have the live WoW team, and then they have a classic WoW team.
Okay, maybe the mentality will change actually.
Well, yeah. Like ideally, they would like. The classic WoW team is just going to be like those hardcore people that used to play the game, or maybe even some of the creators or whatever. So I don't know if they have one of the creators as the lead person for that or not.
I don't know, eh? But one thing is certain, I hope. But I mean, I just hope. I mean, before the classic WoW become something more than just classic, actually becoming its own game, I would be honest, if that was ever to happen, which I won't, but imagine classic becoming its own game and basically evolving into what WoW was supposed to be, even after Cataclysm, if it was to happen.
It's funny because someone pointed out like Battle for Azeroth, like the name of that fits more into WoW, vanilla WoW, honestly, and they're 100% right because the PvP, like, and you go throughout Azeroth, and it is the world, as opposed to BFA where you're not even like, I don't know. But like the funny thing is like looking back and being excited for vanilla is like I'm actually just remembering BC moments and being excited about it. So I could be so far off the mark as to what I'm looking forward to. But I don't know. Open up that secret to the left, Fox, where you came from. Let me go check it out. Damn, this guy is fucking beefy. And I'm level 19, and he is just a fucking cunt to kill. Look, it's absolutely nothing. Hey, there's a chest and some barrels to destroy. And don't judge. Still no close to the cow level. Yeah. Swear to God, if this is a mimic. Okay. But it dropped a few gold. That was worth it.
Then key to use more skills. You're nearly dead. Then key to use more skills.
Kind of feels shitty to go through all of this and not get any levels or anything, because these still are relatively difficult to kill. Or not difficult, but I mean annoying to kill still. And part of, like, they wanted to be able to reward you, but they're not rewarding you with experience. And none of these items are even worth a damn either, so the whole thing introduces issues.
Your pet is back.
I was bumping my setup didn't shut everything the fuck off. Like,
I mean, gonna be honest here, I think we're all worried. I mean, we're all worried. We're worried about the game not really meeting expectation or whatever. Like Pappy saying that the game wasn't doesn't do really anything excels really anything, which is fair. I just think they will probably fix that up on launch, especially with our help. Even myself, I'm sometimes worried about how the game will do, how people will react. But I figured that it was kind of useless to get worried about this stuff because I mean not useless, but it's useless to actually get really worried about this kind of stuff right now because they can't change literally everything in the game since it is
To vent
but
heat.
still, all we can do right now is actually give them feedback, and they will apply them to the game. So whether we think that well or not, the game is between our hands, and we're the one shaping it. So, and I personally don't see this game failing because the developer behind it are competent, and the higher ups, the leadership, the guy is just Max. So,
yeah.
I doubt bad decision will be made because the guy knows how to direct a project.
Like the thing is like the critique that it's not doing anything that's excels better than other games just isn't true, because the power thing, like, so far they haven't made a mistake with the power where you just suddenly get too strong, which is a crucial error in some of the other ARPGs out there. Diablo 3 and Path of Exile both make this
Mhm.
mistake, where everything suddenly becomes super trivial. Granted, at max level, they need to tweak it still. So I guess you could argue that point, but even then, even with it being tweaked, not ideally right now, there's still the mobs still are more of a, like, take more to kill than in Path of
Yeah,
Exile and Diablo 3.
it
So,
excels in the fact that the game does not become trivial or actually it excels in horizontal progression. They just need tweaking.
yeah.
But in the frontier levels are actually something they excel in because to be frank, to be honest, there's no system similar to this.
Yeah.
So
Not in an ARPG that I know of,
no,
at
no,
least.
not in an RPG. I never seen that before. And the main reason why it feels like it's not reaching full potential is because the systems are bare bones. They're not expanded upon yet because they need to base the foundation before expanding on it. If the foundation is completely broken, like the system they wanted to do with gear, like all flawed, it will eventually collapse. So, but with the system, the foundation is way more solid. With the frontier level, the foundation is way more solid. As long as they keep a releasing system and we test them out, and before they green light it actually being in the game for a long term, uh, I don't see really things go badly at all. Especially with people, like you, Fox, where you have a lot of experience in these type of games and you know what you want. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm generally able to spot when something feels off.
Yeah, because I mean, you played the genre, both genre. That is just quite a bit, so you know what worked, what does not, and what could work.
Yeah, and what I personally hate as a player.
Yeah, yeah, so yeah.
Though not what I hate isn't necessarily what everyone hates, but
No, of course not, but still, this is
yeah,
they need input on what really people hate because even though they are experienced RPG developers, they really with the player base or the player base of a genre is always evolving, especially when it's an old one. So what they thought maybe like 10 years ago might not be true today either.
Time to vent.
But like I said yesterday, just the fact that Tyler is completely willing to change his vision to a point where it's more of a traditional system just really shows a lot of willingness to make the game what the community wants instead of what he personally wants.
yeah, and I could see a lot of his people in his position just getting irrationally stubborn with it. Which I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, which there's a difference between irrational stubbornness and rational like if like I can understand in certain situations if he holds to a principle and sticks with it, but in other situations where it's just like if it's going to be a very big detriment to the game and
Yeah,
or if a lot of people are speaking out about it and you just ignore it, that can sometimes go very poorly if you're not right, you know. But if
yeah.
you're 100% convinced you're right, then maybe um but I don't know. You
I
have to be
mean,
really sure about it. That's
but really, I think even the outsider's perspective and the traders people telling, yeah, this is not what we're going to for. I think it really almost hit him in the guts because it was he thought it was a good system, but most people didn't seem to agree. And I think he's like, okay, I really need to do something. They will like because right now most people that are outside perspective don't really like what they're seeing.
yeah. Um and to be fair, like I ever since getting Bane, I sort of understand where he was coming from. But
Yeah.
adding a strong skill system to that is only going to help it. So
Yeah, yeah, of course, because unlocking at a table is not as satisfying as basically having proper skill point when you level up. And they
yeah,
could do basically skills specific or each general passive for each frontier to really make it different, make it its own thing. They could really do such thing. Like you need when you go in Goblin Frontier, you have skills that can be used on another frontier, but you need to go to a certain center level or you need to upgrade it in the Goblin Frontier. You need to make a choice, and then you can bring these skills to other zones. Maybe this kind of thing could really be nice.
yeah.
I'm just I'm just really curious to know what kind of system they're trying to revamp right now. What it will look like. Maybe we'll see in the next stream, even if I doubt it. But you know, we'll probably see it soon enough.
Yeah.
What they have in mind.
I'll be right back a second.
All right.
to reiterate some feedback before turning on Discord again. Alright, that should be good now. I'm back.
Alright.
Howdy.
Hello guys. Hi. What
Yeah.
up? I'm speak Polish sometimes and my English is so bad.
Not that bad. I mean, we understand you. That's really what's important.
Played Torchlight Front Eyes, maybe?
Yeah, we
Mhm,
played it.
mhm.
I have problem. I click to application and mm, show me in my monitor uh, library ready space. I don't know what is it.
It's not showing up in your library.
Yeah.
Yeah, library.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have access to it?
I have Windows 7.
Do you have access to the alpha? Like, have you received an email or anything like that?
I don't know.
Just checking email to be sure. Poor guy, man. I was in a situation back then, so I don't mind. I mean, personally, I was in a situation back then, so yeah. In
I'm
desperately
gonna
trying to.
and think I know what he was like, what he probably needs to do, but I'm gonna DM him. Yeah, it's hard with like not being able to understand people correctly, but
Dude, I was in the same position as you was when English people. It is frustrating, and you're trying to get help, but
yeah,
especially with this language where it most time internet is talking, you can't phrase your shit good, and after
yeah,
this, people they don't. I mean, it's frustrating as well. I mean, that's really what pushed me to actually learn English from the start because I was tired of not being able to be understood by most people. So I just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put this in my everyday life and basically learn it by myself." So this is what I did for 2 or 3 years, and now I can speak it. I'm not really say fluently, but I know how to. I understand. I just don't have any problem understanding people, and people don't have any problem understanding me.
yeah. What are you saying? No, I'm kidding. I'm such a dick.
I don't mind, to be honest.
Arc games. I'm not seeing him under members for some reason. Oh, he's not technical. Oh, it should be under at everyone. Hmm. Hi, Milo. Milo. Howdy. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by trying to help people.
Mm.
The struggle of pronouncing names. Yep.
Help the guy, but just when you can, when you want to have a laugh, listen to the video, just saying humans. So fucking funny. That explains actually a lot
Do a barrel roll.
on why our potions are being consumed with the vial.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Leonidas. Oh, you're in the stream. Oh, the dude's in the stream. So I assume that's him. Let me see if I can. I hope that's the right person. If I'm messaging the wrong person, this is gonna be really weird. I don't know if that is the right person. Damn it. I don't. That doesn't look like it.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh, thanks for the follow. God damn it. Milo. I don't know.
Milo, and 85. Yes.
Leonidas, if you were the person to jump in Discord, Malo. Uh, if you were the person to jump in Discord and try to talk to us, send me a direct message and I can try to help you out. Oh, okay. He is. Alright, that is the right person. Let's see here. Should probably kill Wildblood first. I live in Poland. Oh, you're... Maybe I should have you be the translator for us. Should be fun. Like, the text translators seem pretty good.
Mm.
And Leonidas is too. Yeah. Alright, let me try to help him out now. Let's see. Arc. Alright, go translator. Sweet, this does have a Polish option. So difficult. I really want to help people out, but it's without knowing the language. I fucking
Yeah.
have to rely on translators, which I'm not sure if this will work. Mind Central, god damn it. That quest sheet. If you have hopefully that helps them. Actually, I need to say one more thing. There we go. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Should almost do a walkthrough guide for doing all the different quests.
Almost, yeah.
I don't know if people would actually find that useful or not, but
I mean, the only walkthrough for quests that I would think would be useful is actually, with the siege weapon being pretty
yeah,
damn fucking vague.
yeah. I mean, there are some ones that are bugged too. I could just mention that some of the time it's bugged, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
Shouldn't you be out there crushing?
You have a new quest.
Oh, I got the wide load shield. Cool.
You have finished a quest.
If you've got coin, I've got goods. See you next time.
If they do found a spec or whatever this is, if they do it, I wonder what kind of things they will do for it. Like what will be the minimum pricing for getting instant access? If they're doing it, of course. They talked about they were interested, but the fact that them they're actually doing it, we don't know.
I am not gonna comment.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, just the fact to say I'm not gonna convince that they're considering it, probably.
I'm still not gonna comment.
Okay, just keep saying it. It's all right.
Oh, hi, Torchlight from Hot Fox. Hi, Wasmobot. Wasmobot. I got wide load shield, but I don't know where it went. Do I have to use it? Oh yeah, I do have to use it. Okay. Fancy seeing you outside the official Torchlight streams. I'm not actually. You're talking about modding them? Yeah. Okay. In that case, yeah. I'm also in Discord. If you're in Discord.
Yep.
I'm always chatting it up there. That is one blurry shield. What the fuck? Let's go ahead and throw a report on that. The fort display for... Finally did some fort work, Fox. Nice. Yeah, I put more effort into my fort now as well. I'm going for like the abandoned ruins type look to it. I'm not really creative though. Yeah. The effort is appreciated normally. Place. What does this shield look like? I kind of wish you could position that shield to be laying down or something. Yeah, that looks good. I'll give Dave the cunt wide load sheet yield. Yeah, I'm usually staying out of the Discord, don't have a key yet, and don't need to be reminded. Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, it's better. Well, personally, I was able to actually, get past that and actually get be patient a lot and not get mad generally. Because I'm pretty much a patient, but I can't really understand why you wouldn't. Because so many screenshots, so many people talking about it, frustrating. I want to play, but I can't.
Yeah. I keep track of the announcement section for when they send stuff out. Yeah. Fort is looking neat. Thank you. Yeah, this isn't my ideal fort. My ideal fort was my Alpha 1 fort, or Alpha 2. But this isn't a pretty interesting take, at least. It locks people out, but gives them a little peek. I like watching the streams, but I can't really add anything to the conversation. Fair enough. Yeah, I really dig getting into the streams. Like, before becoming a mod, I was able to do that a bit more. Like, I just kind of immerse myself in the stream and get super hyped. But since I'm a mod, I would need to kind of answer questions for people and stuff. So I generally rewatch the stream afterwards, because I'm not really able to sink myself into it at the time. no. Rip in pieces Alpha 1 Fort right out. Yeah, I can't even show off the Alpha 1 Fort either, because that's still under NDA. Which sucks. Because it looked fucking fantastic. But now all those pieces are removed from the game, and now I have to make do with these new pieces, which...
The reason why they removed it though was to reward them. So
or to re-add them via different
yeah.
systems later, yeah. Wide load shield actually works well there. I like that. It's like it's resting against that table. Yeah, it's live now. Wait. You mean play Torchlight is live? They shouldn't be. Or... Or are you just talking about the alpha in general? Oh, I mean the game itself. Oh, okay. Had me checking the Twitch and be like, oh shit. Need to get my sword out. Didn't need to move him. God damn it. God damn it. Let me grab what I'm trying to grab, damn it. There we go. Kind of like that look, honestly. It's a bigger gap. Not too dense, so. It's live, so they gotta hide all that furniture in fun hidey holes. Yeah. I can understand it. It's just, it makes me sad. I want my stuff back. Oh, I need to restore this in somewhere that won't be seen. Alright, there we go. Do you find yourself playing the Dust Mage or the Forged more? Or is it pretty even? It's pretty even. My Forged is maxed out in Hybrid and my Dust Mage is maxed out in Goblin. Each class has something I prefer more about it. The Forged is more mobile and like on the go type of thing, and feels pretty satiating to dive into mobs and fucking just destroy them. Whereas the Dust Mage, he plows people down, but you kind of have to stop full all the time to cast, and that doesn't always feel too great. But his moves are, or like his energy spike is really a strong AoE clear, and mixed with Bane, it's just pretty fucking crazy. So, but I generally switch back and forth between the two just to keep it entertaining. I kind of want to see more of the Dusk Mage's moves feel more impactful, because right now, kind of feels like you spam the one move and that's it. Oop, I didn't mean to teleport there. Oh well. Does Dust Move have any move that uses up their light or dark meters? They don't actually consume the light and dark meters. The light and dark meters basically build up from those moves, but nothing currently consumes those.
Yeah, basically how it works, if you lose that dark skill, the light bar will fill up, and if you use light skill, the dark bar will fill up. And once it reach a point, a maximum, one bar reach a maximum, all you have to do is use a skill of that corresponding bars, which means basically if your light bar is all the way to the top, use a light skill and get a buff, which is mana regeneration. And if you do it the same thing with the dark skill, you get damage bonuses. So
Because
if
it might be neat, but I could see them not doing it to avoid stepping on the toes with the forged mechanic. Yeah, I could understand them not wanting to do that, though it would be pretty interesting. Or if they, I don't know. There's definitely different stuff they can do with the back and forth type mechanics.
I mean, they talked about the Forge not having the really the mechanic anymore, or at least a very being more akin to Rage in general in WoW or Diablo 3. If I remember correctly, they talked about changing because it feels like it interrupts your gameplay.
Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
sure if they're actually going through with that
I'm not
change or
sure. We're
not.
not sure yet. This is only they talked about it, but it's not really confirmed. You know, they express their will to maybe change it, but they don't know.
I think they talked about changing the Dust Mage stuff some too, because I brought up the issue that pretty much it's really easy to just not go back and forth with the Dust Mage at all with their resource, and just spam one ability and then trigger the mana regen, and then go back to spamming the same ability. I love how the waypoint actually turned out. That actually looks really cool.
Man, yes. I just wonder what side they really want to go more toward. Do they want to do toward more MMO, more RPG? I mean, they seem to go more in RPGs as of right now, but maybe their vision will change, or maybe they will go equally.
I think the end game is probably going to be more aimed at. I don't know. It's hard to say because from what they've said, it gives me the impression that they're not. But at the same time, I don't know. I suspect that they are going towards an MMO end type game, or at least drawing upon inspiration from that.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
know
just
for
don't know how
sure.
they could do group content with this kind of classes that are specifically designed to be capable of soloing, not soloing, but being able to care about themselves. Like they said they don't want it to make pure support classes because the core was still on the RPG. So
Uh, well, with how the skill system works, they really could do that. Like at
yeah,
least currently, but if they're reworking it, then maybe not. But or they could do. I don't know. I don't know. I could. I think it'll be fine. Like I think they'll. Because I mean, there were Ubers in Diablo 1 or Diablo 2, and that kind of. I mean, that helped a lot if you had someone to help out, but of course you didn't trust the fuckers not to
yeah.
grab your torch. So even if they have that in dev, it could still change.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and anything can
That's why
change.
that's why it's still on alpha because their vision. They said it before that their vision changed over time. They had system at the beginning. Like at first, the system how it worked. There was only gear level. That's it. Didn't want any levels, but people said no. We don't want that kind of thing. We want the thing. We want to a system, a level system, and the fact that it was no leveling system was actually one of their big visions. But they had to change it because the community wanted this. So if the community don't want certain system they have in mind, it's perfectly fine. They will change it. That's what's nice because at least they're willing to go with the community instead of going full Blizzard and actually just covering their ears and basically ignoring what people want from their games.
Yeah, Wood Hollow.
That's why I'm not really that much worried about the game because if they said it, they are willing to turn it around if really this is not a vision that people have, and this is basically what they're doing. Their first vision must have been really different from what we have now because of player feedback. And if they can have some kind of skill similar to Torchlight 2, I will be happy because I love the skill system in Torchlight 2. I love how it was, the fact that it was there was three tiers of for each skill, active skill that you could go to tier 3, which had a modifier bonuses to the skill. It was really nice system, and I really would like them to add this system into Torchlight Frontier because this is really a Torchlight system. And
I'd like to see that and the combination of that and the Diablo 2 system.
yeah, yeah, both of them, both of the best world. Yeah, you have the system of tiers for skills, but you have skill tree. This is really something that I want to say because, um, well, I think this is what more people want from Torchlight. This is why a lot
Yeah,
of people love Torchlight. The skill system was simple enough to understand, but it was still there was depth to it. You could
yeah.
really make builds depending. Like you could have a skill that was tier 2, the other one tier 3 because it was your main attack, the other one not even just tier 1 because you just wanted for utility. That's what I did with there was a skill for engineer. Basically you launch it forward and you made a shockwave. It's I only put it tier 1 because I use it to escape when I need it. This kind of things, just having this kind of system and have something similar to Diablo 2 with like synergies and skill trees. That way, people will see the system and they will be like, "Yeah, this is really the Torchlight we knew." And
I think people just want depth to their game. Like, I think too many.
A minimum, not
Yeah.
dumbed down where it's like Diablo 3. There's no depth where you have every single thing
Yeah,
skill
and
to
see
you.
that's how the current system kind of feels like that.
Yeah, it is. You can have every single skill that you want. Your hotbar is actually the only thing that's limiting what skill you do. But this is the exact same thing with Diablo 3. Diablo 3
Yeah,
can have every skill on one character, while in Torchlight, for instance, this is the case right now. You all you have to do is farm skill point, but that's it. That's
yeah,
the main thing. So I really feel like a skill tree in a more system like Torchlight 2 would really be mixed with Diablo 3 2 could really benefit the game because well, it will feel like Torchlight, and they're listening to feedback because they didn't want to put fishing in the game. But even if they said fishing is not confirmed into the forum post, I'm pretty sure they are almost trolling when they say that they know. There's
that's
so many people that ask for fishing. That's like okay, there's no way they ain't gonna do it.
yeah, that forum post definitely sounded like, hey, fishing is confirmed, but we're not able
Yeah,
to say
even if
that
they
yet.
said yeah, fishing is not confirmed. No, dude, it's confirmed. You have a list of fish name. There's 100% sure that the fishing is now in
Yeah,
in
it's just they
preparation.
don't want to announce that yet
No, they want to surprise people.
well, it's not even that. It's that it's probably their marketing. Like they don't want to
Maybe.
drop that yet, and then but they do want to inform people that hey, this is gonna happen. But
Yeah, not so the way. It's gonna be soon.
it's
And
gonna
it's
be
gonna
interesting
be
to see
see
what skills they release in the future. Yeah, I got a little bit of a peek of some of the icons for those. Some look neat. Some look really neat.
I mean, with the skill reward, they really can knock it out of the park with this with the skill system. I mean, if they add synergies to skills, it will actually really be interesting.
Yeah, I think
Just
that
the
helps
fact
so
that there will
much.
be builds with specific skills that go together that just make you more powerful, that force you to kind of think about what you want to your builds. For
And
example, Torchlight 2, there was skill, the healing bot skill that was actually mandatory when you think about it because to regenerate like health and mana. But yeah, these kind of things.
not just
But
that, like generally, if you're throwing stuff into synergies and stuff, odds are you're going to that build is going to be at least pretty decent because you're
yeah,
throwing
yeah,
a lot of power into it. Whereas
yeah.
so you don't necessarily have to go min maxing like fucking PoE where
No,
if
no.
you build the wrong thing you're fucked.
No,
And
there will still be a lot of liberty. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure you will be able to put any skill you want as long as it makes sense and it will work for Touch of Frontier. Just there will be synergies for those who want to delve into it, like me, who just want, just to really see the builds, really almost feel smart about figuring out how to make the build synergy between each other. It's just a nice feeling whilst not punishing those who just want to have fun and put skills that they really want to use.
yeah, yeah.
For example, what I will do once I'm done with the current Dust Mage that I have, I will probably do one that is similar to what Templar Paladins almost. Sword and Mason Shield with mostly only light, only skills, with one Dark Shield, of course, to really ramp up the other bar. But still, this kind of experiment, this is really what I like to do. And with a skill tree, it will actually be even better,
Yeah.
especially if it has tiers.
April 10th. That doesn't sound right. Unless that's today. Or maybe I wrote down the wrong date. I don't think so though.
One thing I wonder though, if the fishing really comes into the game, I wonder if it will be the same thing as Torchlight 2, or if it will be something different. I hope this is something a little bit
Yes.
different. Oh yeah, Ember Core. Okay. No, is it? Oh yeah,
Yep.
it's,
I got the
yeah.
main Ember Core. Time to make my other Goblin one now.
You can't
Yep.
test that.
So that was sweet. That was the first try for this go around.
See, this is the kind of thing that I like in the RPGs too. The fact of farming a boss and you after a couple of a lot of try, you finally drop what you need. That's
Yeah,
something that
I
really
like
I like.
specific drops, dropping from certain bosses if they can
Yeah.
incorporate that mechanic well. Or like having certain bosses have better drop chances for specific items as well, like specific uniques as well. So you're more encouraged to farm those bosses if you're hunting for certain things. I don't think I have the material to actually make this, so.
Yeah, you might have to farm a bit of material.
Oh, no. I have a shit ton of sacred hardwood. That's right, I've been farming for
Okay.
my fort, so I've gotten a lot of legendary stuff. The legendary map.
Nothing is certain though. They really need to put the skill revamp, but not as soon as they can, but really almost in order for them to balance the whole game
Yeah.
towards it when it's in balance the game towards it, because right now the game was made in mind with the gear level system only and the current skill system, which both of them are being revamped, so they'll need to reconsider a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's sandstone block that I need. Alright, time to set my crafting up. I like how I just fucking hid all my craft stations behind fucking trees. How many do I need? I need 110. Let me double check that. 106. So I need to make 120 batch. Oh, I don't have that option. Oh, 4 hours. Oh, don't have enough for that. God damn it. Alright. It's a bit irritating. I love this wardrobe, though. This wardrobe works out so damn nice. Hey, it's Dave the Cunt. Do I have gold? I should have gold now. So this garbage. The item system gets wonky sometimes. Pretty sure that's not a rare Digitus. I'm pretty sure that's a pair of gloves. Oh,
It's supposed to be a Digitus, okay. I mean, maybe because it's green does look bland, but I'm okay.
what the fuck is going on? I need to make sure I don't sell any of these items. I need to relog because that's gonna.
Yeah. Sometimes it does this shit to me too, so I need just to realize to fix this problem.
Yeah, I don't want to. Like one of the times, my offhand weapon ended up in my pet's inventory, and I was like, "Oh no, that's not happening. That is not where you're supposed to be." we're good now. Ooh, that's a neat pair of weapons. Yeah, they have some cool transmogs in this game. I hope they actually add a transmog system, or cool item looks, I should say.
Yeah.
I hope they add a transmog system. The staff actually looks pretty fucking badass. Staff looks super cool.
The Digitus too, I think it looks nice too.
I feel like this could be the Bane. They should really steal this, honestly, and make this the Bane. Because the Bane does not look as cool as it should, and this staff looks fucking amazing.
If they do a transmog system, and you can bet, I feel like you will be spending all days to this shit. You will basically spend hours trying to make your character look as
Oh
good
yeah.
as you can.
Oh god. I have so much time into WoW transmog. It's not even fun.
There's people that weren't happy, but when it came out, I guess you were fucking happy because you now could make your character look without stats.
Yeah, so many. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow. Waso bot.
Was my button yet?
Yeah. God, the WoW gear looked so amazing in BC, and then it looked like such shit later on that it was like when they finally added transmog, it's like yes.
Yeah, puppy fear. Hey, yeah.
Hello, I'm just listening in, so just
Alright.
do what I want.
Howdy, Poppy.
Hi.
Just noticed I wasn't following. Yeah, I appreciate it. I thought about trying to do the followers only in chat thing, but that seems like it would backfire, and it's kind of a dick move. So I was like, yeah, fuck it.
I mean, there's not a lot of people generally when you do this when there's so many people. You need to have the chat slow down a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if that's why they do it or not, but I don't know.
For example, when big streamers are going subscriber mode, it's mostly, you know, to filter what.
Yeah, that's subscriber mode though. Like the follower, I don't know. Yeah, it's helpful if you got a pretty full chat. Oh, I guess that is the case. Yeah, I don't know shit about Twitch. I just try to make it work. It's also to stop me from spamming key, please. That's why you ban the word key. And then have your bot spam. If you type key, it'll give you a key.
A fake key. Created. Oh, and when you try to rename it, why it doesn't work? That's how I'll teach you for begging for keys. Here's a fake one. Have fun trying to make that work.
Sometimes I wonder why I was made a mod when I'm such a obvious trollette. Like, at least I can control it, but man.
Dude, I will do this shit so much. I will take a specific key that I already use or whatever, the same key repeated, and when they ask for keys, basically when they give them the same key, but it doesn't work, and when people and I make it display in chat in front of everyone, so everyone that don't know this trick try to redeem it.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Why it doesn't work?"
Yeah.
I laugh so much.
Someone did that and or did a non-functioning key in the Twitch stream.
Yeah.
The last Twitch stream, and then I banned them.
Someone else did that.
Yeah. See, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right and make it like
Yeah.
look like it's actually a key, and or make it look like it's a key, and then make it look like it worked.
Yep.
Good times, good times. I'm such a dick.
I mean, these are key beggars.
Yeah, well, even for key beggars, I wouldn't normally do that, but it was for someone who got banned as well, so. Oh lord, if you made a bot that created random 16-letter number combos. I return to the village pillage, indeed. I don't know what oh yeah, I was gonna farm gear, I guess.
If you're not crashing before getting gear,
Yeah,
damn.
that weapon
what,
has a lot
what?
of
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. What the fuck? How does it look like? The damn weapon look. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Here. That's a big fucking sword. I thought something like this would be cool to have made in real life.
Damn, it
teeth.
really looks nice. Like with bones and shit, that's really nice looking. Wow.
Yeah, but that's a
They
big...
really have some cool looking stuff.
Yeah, like I said, they have some fucking awesome
Yeah.
design stuff. I can do that for you, Fox, programmer extraordinaire, synthetic or synatic.
Oh man, I would totally do that. For example, you're streaming Torchlight Frontier and it's April Fool. You go there, boom, time for a giveaway. Everyone that enter will have a key, and you
No.
take
See, if I was gonna do the April Fool's thing, and if I was in charge at Extra, I probably wouldn't do this. But if I wanted to
not
troll
the trick
people,
you talked about.
Yeah.
Oh no, like sending fake email. Oh no,
Yeah,
that's too far, mate. That's too far. Man, now that's playing too much with people's feelings. Way too much.
Keywin Simulator. Oh, hey, Larson. Transmog is love, indeed. Transmog is love. Transmog is life.
I never was the kind of guy that really cared that much about transmog because I'm more functional over style, but I can't understand why people go ape shit about
Fox,
it.
I'd do what
Rule of cool, eh?
Fox, I'd do what Perfect World did for you. You wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think. They have access to stuff that made it actually look real.
But
Yeah.
they trolled you?
No, well, I might have gotten a fake key from them, and but it still activated the NDA. And I might have passed that off to someone who I permabanned. And that
I mean, they Perfect World showed me too, but not that blatantly. Like they sent me a email. I thought, oh, maybe it's my key or whatever. And nope, it was basically we changed your terms of services. I was like, fucking hell, fucking hell. It's. I was like, man, don't play with my feelings like that, please.
Oh,
don't.
I mean, April Fools. Fashion is the ultimate endgame. Yep, it's a proven fact that your damage increases 5,000% if you look good.
Of course.
Fashion Souls.
A lot of games have actually fashion as endgame. Guild Wars as fashion wars, Warframe as fashion frame.
And I mean that's why I'm kind of glad they aren't monetizing the trans or the like gear looks in this. Oh fuck. The gear looks in this game, just because that isn't a very appealing endgame cycle. Is like looking cool, but a lot of companies just choose to monetize that instead, and I fully understand, but I do think that degrades the game a fair extent.
I mean, let's be honest. If they do it one day, it will be because of necessity, because they don't really have they can't have the fun. It will really be it's a necessity.
I think between the battle pass system, the pet transmogs, and mounts in the future, I think they'll be good. Honestly, I don't think they'll even need the boosts.
I mean, they will have a player base, especially since it's Torchlight, and if they really keep doing more, making it more like Torchlight 2, something more Torchlight, they will keep a player base for quite a while.
Fashion Souls for life. one day the gates will be
Man,
thrown open.
horse and mounts. Yup, they talked about adding mounts. So
Yep.
yes,
Yep.
they
Mounts.
want to add mounts.
The mounts are gonna happen. It's just a matter of when, and we're not sure when. Oh fuck! I clicked the.
But it's in the plans because they want to go with this MMO route too. So
Yep.
maybe prepare yourself to maybe see shit like maybe we seen WoW, but not the Fox thing. Don't worry, not the 10 Fox thing, but something really cool, like you can go around with your mount. And I just want this shit. I just want to brag with my mount and really have it work. What else they could add? North American Lost Ark. I mean, the thing is, Lost Ark has been in development. It wasn't really here for years. It's been years since it's been teased. And only MMORPGs that I've seen so far are Korean. I've never seen any Westerns. Western MMORPG. That's actually the first one that seemed to be trying this time around. Even if maybe we could how do you call? Consider Pee-wee like a MMORPG. If it's not, it's way more instant. It's an RPG, but still, yeah, you're right. North American Lost Ark, basically. And I think this is something that a lot of people will be glad about, especially if Lost Ark end up to be a flop here, because let's be honest, a lot of Korean MMO end up to being flopped here, for the most part, because the publisher, because for some reason I don't know if it's a damn curse. I don't even know, but a lot of Eastern title get ported here just as it doesn't succeed. I guess this is probably the art style or the fact the monetization that maybe goes too far at one point. We don't really know, but
I'm okay if they do it for very specific looks and they still have a lot of stuff in game and lore cool look. Yeah, I mean, it's just some companies get carried away with it and make all the super flashy gear sellable and stuff. I don't know. To be frank, Torchlight Frontiers looks like the game I am ready to engage my wallet all in for, Torchlight 2. Now
he said Torchlight Frontier. They basically is talking about now we will wait and yes, I was never to consider for any games, but this one. I mean, to be honest, me too. Personally, I never. Sorry, I couldn't get into Path of Exile. I couldn't get into. I mean, I could get into some RPGs, but there wasn't really the feel of the world being some kind being supported for years like PoE did, and I couldn't get into PoE. So yeah, this is typically the kind of game that I could really get into it a lot because I played a lot of WoW back then. It's the Pandera. Yes, I'm a filthy casual. But yeah, this is just like you. This is really the kind of game that I will be willing to put my time and wallet on it, really, because the developers really are nice and they really deserve a huge success with this game because the Torchlight universe is probably so vast, it's so full of potential that seeing the MMO basically grow to a point where the lore became a huge thing, almost like WoW. Maybe not to the same extent, but some kind of WoW with rules and kind of like. I really want to see that happen, especially if it popularizes the MMORPG genre here. If it really popularize it, and actually, make people like this system, and maybe this kind of. If they put Founders Pack, oh boy, I feel before they put $200 Founders Pack, and it basically goes, well, I guess I gotta pay for the 201. I know people that would do this. My friend is a whale generating free-to-play games that he loves.
Did you just say your friend is a whore?
I didn't mean to. All right. Well, I'm sorry because I mean, it's not really the. How do I put it? You just throw money at. He's a whale, a damn whale. I mean, he spent $3,000 on War of. The guy really spent a lot, and recently he bought the Founders Pack for Dauntless. This Founders Pack that was like $200 or something, and was like, man, you sure have money to spare.
Probably comes in just for that. Leave it.
Exactly. Or was that? Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
didn't
I'm
mean to for
fixated on
reals.
women. Is your friend a man whore or a woman whore? It doesn't matter. Sorry, just go on.
Ban on Twitch. He will say these words. And before the stream completely cuts.
There's so many assets that would be amazing as a Ford decor. There are a lot of gargoyles and stuff. There are huge laser weapons and shit.
We were talking about ore, don't worry.
Larson, we're talking about ore. Yeah, this kind of the ore. Yeah. You're right.
His friend is an ore. I found the app is loincloth.
Oh my god. I mean, just the fact that Fox always say, I don't want to comment on it, just is rather telling that they wanted to Founders Pack. If I'm gonna take a guess, they are considering it quite a bit if he don't want to talk about it in detail or don't want to say anything.
I plead the fifth. Yeah. The fifth, indeed.
We must focus on the mission.
What am I even doing? Enlisting the undead. Damn it, that's right, I didn't get the waypoint. Rip.
But to be honest, even myself will buy Founders Pack even if I have access to the alpha right now, and we'll probably get access to the early access once they do it. So, I would even buy it from this pack just to show the support. Not really for the goodies, just for the sake of here, take my damn money and keep developing the game and just want this game to succeed. Even if I already have the access. And final spec confirmed. I mean, maybe it's not even confirmed. Just goodies. I mean, if you ask it, I guess people ask for it if they're really quote unquote considering it. If they talked about it before. They said they were willing to give access to people that wanted to pay.
Yeah, the direct quote is let's see. And this is what I was referencing.
Yeah.
Or this is what I was more so thinking about is come on, where's Tyler's quote? No, that's the one about him throwing kerosene.
I think it is more on the Perfect World side of things. I mean, Perfect World doesn't have any hand on the monetization. They say extra. They said that the Perfect World had no hand on monetization. Though I guess this is mainly them that want just to give access to people who pay.
We don't want to do early access until the servers can handle the crowd and the game is in better shape. We would like for anyone paying to get into the game to have a good experience, or at least a few steps better than Alpha 1 and 2. So, I mean, it does sound like that. It sounds something like that. I don't know.
I mean, it does sound like they're considering it, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do because, I mean, it's more funding for our game. It's more money getting funded, and potentially more money could get thrown into the game. That's the main thing. And besides, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will ask for a Founders Pack option to get access to the game. So yeah, I mean, if people ask for it, why not?
I want that fucking llama plushie. Like that looks cool.
They could place in your fort, basically a full size llama plush.
No, I mean there's a real life llama plushie.
Real war one, yeah. He could monetize the shit out of that. They could actually make plushies to cost like $10, and
I mean
so
they did do it. They just I don't think they've sold it yet, but they had them at the GDC, I think.
Mm.
Another Ling plushie would be kick ass too.
Area's working on it, innit?
I want to spam the chat with my emote real quick because my emote kicks ass.
You mean the one, the Niddling one?
Let's see here.
Yeah, that one.
The Featherling Army.
Vent heat to use more skills.
If anyone has any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Down to answer any questions whatsoever. So, yeah. I wonder why they went with open areas for and not non-fog of war areas for the public zones.
I wanted to, yeah. It was, I mean, I guess to give a general idea, I guess? I don't know. I was surprised too to really see that the game, I mean, the public area didn't have any fuck of war. I was like, okay, well, the whole game will be like that? When I went to the private, though, this is where fuck of war was
Yeah.
not coming up.
I could see maybe events, like if they have events in areas planned, then maybe it would make sense to have no fog of war.
Yeah.
But that's all I can really think of.
Time to vent heat.
I hate these wagon parts and dusty, musky, old bullshit parts. They're like just annoying. No one's going to use them anyways. There's so many of them.
You mean the fort parts?
Yeah. Old crusty junk. Old dusty junk. Old musty junk.
Hey, don't bash my fucking fort having that shit in it. Remember, it's going for the abandoned look, damn it. It makes sense.
Okay, I'll put it in. Fuck me. It's just like...
Oh, you're talking about for your program. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to put every single piece in, but all of them are like... Anyhow.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things that I didn't see, I didn't find, so I'm redoing the entire search of 200 some odd goblin props, which are named Prop 1 B5. Well, very fucking descriptive. Jeez. Anyhow,
Rip.
this is the old dusty junk. I enjoy that.
How is that still a downgrade? Oh, because of poison percent. Yeah, I guess streaming in the morning is the way to do it, though. My late night streams don't get nearly as many people as this. Oh, someone pinged me. This was Mr. Rogers' theme. Roboschmied.
Roboschmied.
Speaking of which, rip the comic this week.
Oh, shit.
I got lazy.
I think you could have a very nice Props 3A06 in your fort if you would like to.
Sounds
it's quite
great.
Interesting. Yes, it's amazing. I need banners. Old musty Oh. Found some wagons. Good. Good. I needed these. How's this a structure? I have no idea.
I think that's like my favorite part about the Twitch thing is having my own.
Emotes.
Yeah, the Netherling is cool.
Yeah, you did a great job there.
Yeah, that turned out well.
Yes.
Thanks to your picture for or your.
No one
your,
cares about that, Fox. No one gives a single fuck about that. So well done. Well done. Very nice design. I mean, you could have any just captured any sort of netherling from any of the streams, so it doesn't really matter.
You're irrelevant, Fox. You're irrelevant.
No, you're not.
Well, it's kind of a bitch to get the teeth right.
Oh, yeah.
Still waiting for a key myself. Time to link there to emote the key.
Oh, you person. There are amazing coffins as well you could put in your fort. Entire cemeteries here you could put into your fort. This is quite nice. I don't know why they removed these green fences. I like them very much.
Yeah, I miss the mausoleum.
Yeah, that was good as well. There are there's things that are unspeaken of in here. I can't even put it into words. I'm just awaiting for its arrival.
Yeah, I've been running through the Goblin Frontier for hours now, and I'm still at the same. My XP bar is still at the same spot when I started. Which doesn't feel right at all, like, especially for keeping the mobs within my power, it does not feel right at all.
What have you been doing, Fox, other than running the frontiers?
I'm trying to get the quest knocked out on this character, but...
What's the quest now?
I'm working on enlisting the undead currently. But, like...
No idea.
But yeah, it's kind of a bad feeling to waste so much time getting past the mandatory quests and not getting any experience. Feed me your knowledge.
Fox, do you remember any sort of area where you would find those huge vines that are in your fort?
Do I know where the area you see those in the game, or what?
Yeah, if you remember any area where you would see them.
Not offhand, no. Maybe the Hyvid?
I've never seen them outside the fort, to be honest. This is why I'm a bit, like, confused. It's quite nice that it's in the fort, but otherwise I haven't seen them. I don't know. Aha! I think I found that. Did I? I have no idea. I don't even know why it's in the thing. Like, anyone uses these vines at all? I don't think they do, you see. Fox is just too busy typing away.
Yeah, it's messaging Tyler.
Ah, okay. Sure. I'm just messaging the lead of the team.
Hey, I didn't say I was getting replied to.
Yeah, I want my beer to be implemented into the game.
The strongest item in the game.
Yeah, beer damage.
Nesting the undead. Go to Imperial Outpost. Actually, I'm gonna go up over here first and get a waypoint.
Very keen to use more skills.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go for now, okay? See you guys later.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
adios.
See you, man.
How are you doing, Fox? Did you survive?
Somewhat.
Somewhat, right.
I mean,
Yeah, I know. Oh, fuck. Oh. It's a bit of a pain. Sometimes with your...
guns at this fort. He did pretty much nothing to this fort. I wish you could rank forts and just leave them a big fat F if they didn't change anything. You fail. I think I'm gonna shut off the stream for now and get some feedback about the contracts and shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, do that. Are you going to stay in Discord, or you don't even want to listen to me anymore?
My ears need a rest. Nothing against
okay,
you
yeah,
personally.
sure.
It's just I've been listening to a lot of talking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm gonna be around if you need any help. If you want to check out the Fox's Fort Fuckery, then feel free to do so.
Yeah,
And I'm here to
I'm
support.
gonna pester you for your feedback on the topic as well. So
Okay.
all right.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.
Peace. If anyone wants more Torchlight Frontiers content, there's a link down below to my YouTube, which has over 60 hours of Torchlight Frontiers on it. If you want any questions answered or whatnot, hop in Discord, and I'll be glad to help. And that's it. So I'll see you later. Have a good one.